Yo, what is going on, guys? I'm going to show you how to make a lo-fi vocal today. I'm going to show you how to go from this
You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him.
to this.
G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him.
So this is a vocal that I'm using in one of my original songs that I'm going to be releasing, and I'm going to show you guys how I got that lo-fi vocal sound from scratch. I loaded up my vocal chain that I was using in the production session, and I've got it here. I've got my EQ bypassed, all the plugins bypassed right now, and I'm going to walk you through exactly what I did. So we're going to start from square one.
You the G.
I'm going to turn this up a little. Actually, no, I'm not going to turn it up a little bit. I'm sure you guys can hear it just fine. So let's turn on the EQ first. Let's see what I was doing. So first thing I did was I cut the lows and I cut the highs.
You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him.
To get that nice lo-fi sound. You know, if you cut out the highs, you cut out the lows, you kind of get this mid-rangey sound. But that's really not enough to get that lo-fi vocal. So what I did from there was I loaded up the stock amp simulator in Cubase. And any DAW that you have should have some form of an amp simulator. This is Cubase's stock one, and I like this preset, Kitchen Radio. I actually heard from another engineer that Kitchen Radio was phenomenal as a lo-fi vocal preset. And so with those two things together, so far we've got this.
You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him.
So without that,
You the G-O-A-T, baby.
with the EQ
You the G-O-A-T. You the G-O-A-T, baby,
and
I
the
tell
amp
him.
simulator adds that kind of like distorted sound. And to go over exactly what I did here, I've got my high cut at about 3K or 3000 hertz. And my low cut up to almost 200 hertz. Now, these are not set in stone numbers. Every vocal's different, and what you want is always going to be different. But this is a pretty good starting point to cut to about that point. And the amp simulator, I've got the presence kicked up to about 7. I have no treble currently on it. I've got the mid-range boosted a bit, and I've got the drive up a little bit to add some distortion. And then from there, I actually used this isotope plugin, this Neutron 3 Elements. And this gave me a very unique lo-fi sound because at this point,
You the G-O-A-T,
we've
baby,
actually
I tell him.
already accomplished the lo-fi sound without actually doing anything else. But I wanted to get more of a unique sound for this vocal. Just a normal lo-fi sound was not enough for me in this particular song. So if you wanted to just learn how to do a lo-fi vocal sound, the EQ that I've done in the amp simulator so far is enough to get you your basic sound. But if you want something a little bit more intricate, maybe even a little bit more original for a sound, the rest of this is for that. It wasn't, this was kind of like overkill. This was stuff I didn't have to do, but I wanted to do to pull out some sort of unique lo-fi sound. So what I did from here is I used the Isotope Neutron 3 Elements. And what I've currently got on it is an exciter cranked all the way up to 15. I've got an EQ with some high boost up to, we're at about 3500 hertz or 3K, going up about 3 dB. We notched out this frequency at about 2.5K or 2.5 hertz. Not 2.5 hertz, 2.5 kilohertz. And then 583 hertz, little mid-range cut. So let me go through all of these individually.
You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him.
So without the EQ,
You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him. You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him.
we notched
You the
out
G-O-
this painful frequency here.
You the G-O-A-T, baby.
Got that gone.
You the G-O-A-T.
Got this
You the
weird
G-O-A-T,
mid-range.
baby, I tell him.
Got that ducked
You
out
the G-
and put a little bit of air. This one's really subtle when you boost high end on it. So with and without.
You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him.
You can tell that it adds just a little bit of air. It's nothing crazy. And from there, let's add the exciter in there.
You the G-O-A-T, baby, You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him. You the G-O-A-T, baby. You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell.
That gave us a nice, like, full kind of distorted lo-fi sound. And I've got this cranked all the way up to 15, and I've got this pushed all the way over to the retro side. That's just what I felt was the best. And I've got the mix at about 50. And then let's see if I was actually compressing anything or not. I think I was.
You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him. G-O-A-T, baby,
I have very little compression going on here. It's not very much.
You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him.
We're compressing almost a dB, about half a dB, so it's really subtle. I could actually live without that, to be honest.
G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him. You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him. You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him.
But you can tell that the volume got a little louder, got a little bit more in your face with that. So from here, what I added was one of my favorite EQs of all time, and that is the SSL channel strip EQ from Waves. And from here, I boosted some top end at about 8K. I boosted it up about 7.3 decibels, and it doesn't look like I boosted anything else in this area. And I don't think I was compressing, so let's add that in there.
You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him. You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him. You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him.
So all I'm really doing with this plugin is boosting even more high end. And then I added in the Pro R, one of my favorite reverbs of all time. And these are the settings that we have on it. I loaded up the vocal hall. I think this is the default vocal hall. I don't even think I changed anything on it. Let's see. Oh, I changed a lot on it. Okay. Whoops. So let me, is there a way to, yep, cool. There's an undo button in this plugin. And so with and without the Pro R.
You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him. You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him.
So what I went for in this was a pretty big, spacey reverb. I cut out some of the lows. I cut out some of the mids. I reduced some of the decay on the mids. And I really didn't do much to the highs other than like a slight duck on the decay of the highs, which with this plugin, if you've never used it before, this EQ band down here is to EQ the actual reverb. This up here is to determine the decay rate of the reverb. So if I pull this down, I'm saying, hey, I want 518 hertz, and then whatever frequency spectrum that covers with the wider Q that I have right now. I want that to have less decay time. So when the reverb goes off, you're not going to hear as much of that frequency spectrum here decaying. It's going to disappear quicker. As you can see, it's got the decay rate EQ name up here. And so the next thing that I threw on here was the timeless delay, another one of my favorite plugins from FabFilter. And here I did a high cut on the delay at about 4K. I did a low cut up to about 400 hertz. And I've currently got the delay set to a quarter note on each one. And I've got the wet turned up to about minus 619 dB, and with and without that timeless delay.
You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him.
Without it.
You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him.
So from here, I used the channel strip EQ in Cubase to cut out some more highs, cut out some more lows to get this fine-tuned to sound exactly how I wanted it. So this is with it.
You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him.
And this is without it.
You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him.
So what I did here was I notched out some of those harsh frequencies.
You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him.
All that stuff. And then I just cut out a bunch of the highs again to about 2500 hertz or 2K, and I low cut at about 600 hertz here, and that's how I got my lo-fi sound that you get up here.
G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him. You the G-O-A-T, baby, I tell him.
So that's how you make a lo-fi vocal sound. Again, you know, just because this is the way I do it doesn't mean it's the only way that you can do it. Every lo-fi vocal can be done in a different way, whatever you like. There's not necessarily a right or a wrong way to do it. There's just a your way and a my way to do it. So if you like this video, drop a like on it. If you want to see more tips like this, hit that subscribe button. I'll be uploading one video every single week. And eventually in the future, this channel is going to have a lot more content, more than just one video a week and more than just quick tips, because I'm working on a lot of stuff right now. And thank you guys so much for your support. If you're an artist or you're a producer and you're looking for someone to mix and master your music, head on over to my website. You can check out my portfolio, and you can shoot me an email there, and we can work together and keep making music. Peace.